place to play. But it's really how a team supports, how the market supports a team when you suck. But then again, people looked at Dallas as a place maybe a team should move from, during the 90s because, you know, um, so there's a lot of variables involved. But I would be against expansion, let's put it that way.
In 3 or 4 years, what do you think would be good criteria to say this is a good deal or not a good deal?
Are all teams making money?
So it's just profitability as opposed to competitiveness.
Well, the competitiveness, I mean, they go hand in hand because if all teams have a chance to compete, then you have a better chance of making money. If you have a better chance of retaining your star players, you have a better chance of making money. So they all go hand in hand.
Speaking of getting star players, talk about Mr. Cuban, like the importance of treating your employees right, giving them the right atmosphere for them to want to come and work for you.
I mean, my job as the owner is to put our players everybody in the organization in a position to succeed. I try to deal with their bodies, I try to deal with their minds, I try to deal with their families. Are you close enough? I mean, the key is basketball players aren't any different from computer programmers or anybody else in that if things are going well at home, you feel better when you go to work. If you're excited to go to work and write code or play a game, you're going to do better. And if you've got outlets for people to talk to and you take care of the mental health issues, you're going to feel better. And if you feel better, you play better. And so, we try to we have team psychologists, we have, financial consultants, we have everybody and anything that we can that put our players in a position to succeed. And I think that makes us different than most organizations who don't pay attention to that stuff.
So how important is for entrepreneurial education? Because I noticed that you're a big advocate through your ventures and everything. And talk about how that's really inspired people.
I just tell them to watch Shark Tank and buy my book, How to Win at the Sport of Business. Just Google Mark Cuban's book, and you'll see it right there. $2.51 on Amazon. That's all you need to know to be an entrepreneur.
Defending world champion Dallas Mavericks. My pleasure to have a member of that team, Mr. Brandan Haywood. Pleasure to have you on the show, Brandan.
Thanks for having me on.
And talk about you had a slow start this year. Of course, it was kind of like the hangover, the championship hangover. And talk about how the overall conditioning has really gotten better, and that you guys are hitting the stride right now.
I think the lockout hit everybody hard, especially our team because we're a little bit older and we were trying to bring in a bunch of new parts. And so we started off kind of slow, but as guys became more comfortable with each other on the court and we got in better condition as a team, our wins started to pick up and we're in a good place right now.
Being a native New Yorker, how beautiful is it to come back and be a professional basketball player at the world's most famous arena?
It's always great to come back to Madison Square Garden just because as a kid this is a place you always dreamed of playing in, so you never get tired of being in this building.
And talk about now, what are the things you're learning this year, with your role and everything and how you've improved as a basketball player?
The role on this team for the 5 men is pretty much the same. It's just basically be a force on both ends in the paint as far as finishing strong and protecting the rim and rebounding. And so that really hasn't changed, and I'll just try to play that role to the fullest.
Talk about UNC, Final Four aspirations. I know you're proud, obviously.
Yeah, UNC, man, they got a lot of talent out there, and hopefully they can get it done. So we're hoping they finish up strong. They have the talent to win it though. So I'd be surprised if they make a good run this year.
Brendan, thank you for your time and everything, and have a great game. And pleasure as always.
Appreciate it, man.
Pleasure to have Mr. Brandan Wright. Pleasure having you on the.
Thanks for having me, man.
I talked to Brandan Haywood about North Carolina and everything, and that tradition, and how Roy Williams just keeps bringing in talent. So Final Four on the horizon for you guys this year.
I mean, we definitely had the talent to get there. I think every year if we don't win a championship, it's a disappointment. But I think we at least had the talent to make it to the Final Four. We get a little spoiled because we have so many talented players, but hopefully we can pull it out.
I know that was a tough shot that Austin Rivers hit. It kind of like deflated, right?
It was tough, but it was just a regular season game. We still got a chance to win the conference. Still got a chance to win a conference tournament and make a deep run to the NCAA tournament. So things look good for us.
Part of world championship team, very deep roster. So your practices are very intense. So talk about, as a basketball player, how have you grown from being around so much talent, plethora of talent?
It's a good situation. You always want to be around good talent, good players, and then obviously a good team. We're on a nice little winning streak right now. We're playing really well going into the break, and I hope we continue and keep that streak going today.
And now, I wanted to ask you about, just in general, for your preparation of the playoffs and everything, and talk about health is going to be an issue, especially with older players.
Yeah, you're right about that. And, we had some guys get banged up this year, obviously. But, like you said, we do have a deep roster. We have guys that are capable of stepping up and filling in for the void. And, that's what, especially this season, you definitely have to have a deep roster because if you lose 2 key guys and you don't have guys to replace you, you're going to be in big trouble.
Brandon, thank you for your time. Pleasure to talk with you. And, looking forward to hopefully seeing you get a little bit of run today. Definitely.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Guys, welcome to So Much to Talk About here. Mavericks visit New York Knicks. My pleasure to have the custodian, a.k.a. Brian Cardinal. How are you?
Great. Appreciate you having me.
And talk about, how come that the hustle guys, the guys that really do everything necessary for a team to win, don't really get the recognition they deserve?
Oh, man. That's a good question. It's the beauty of my game and a lot of the people out there that are thankful to be here, excited to be here and work hard. We don't need all the glitz and glamour. At least me personally. This is a blast to be in this locker room, be on this team, and just the opportunity to play last year and win a championship was crazy. And I'll let Dirk and all the other heavy hitters. They can have all the lights and glitz and glamour. I'm just happy to be here, working hard.
One more question for you. I know you got to go out to shoot around. That game, too, how it really changed everything. Talk about, was that one of the greatest moments to be around that comeback in Game 2 of the NBA Finals?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that game was incredible. It's crazy because you can look back at, playing against the Lakers, sweeping them in 4, being down 18, going, in the middle of the third, going into the fourth against them. Same with Oklahoma City being down 15, 18 points or whatever with, 4. It was, it might have been Game 3. Just coming back from that, and then going into Miami and being down so many, the last, 3, 4, 5 minutes. There's so many stories and moments that were just incredible, and everybody on the team stepped up at any point in time. Paige, Corey, myself. Obviously Dirk and Jake, all those guys made huge plays, big shots, and it was a team effort, and it was exciting.
Quick Big Ten, beast of a conference this year. I know you're very happy.
Big Ten's the best conference in the country again, and
just this year.
Again, it's what we do.
It's Big East territory now.
Come on now, the Big Ten, man, Big Ten. We grind it out. Sometimes the games aren't pretty, but we go out there and play hard and compete, and you got to be a warrior to be in the Big Ten.
Brian, thank you for your time. Have a great game.
All right, thank you.
Should I have world champion, part of world champion Dallas Mavericks, Mr. Shawn Marion. Pleasure, sir, to have you.
How you doing, man? I'm good. What's going on?
Everything's blessed, and I know, I have to give you a lot of credit for, playing the game the right way, and it totally culminated with you winning the championship. So talk about how all that hard work really has made you proud of how it definitely ended out.
Well, I mean, it sums up like this. I think when you are a professional athlete, you want to go out there and compete at the highest level as possible and win the ultimate goal. And when you accomplish that, that's what. And being the last team standing, it's like all your dreams come true. I think every guy who's an athlete, want to win. You don't want to go out there and lose. But at the same time, I think when you do it and the way we did it was so special because everybody contributed heavy on that, and it was fun. And we did. We turned a lot of heads doing it. It was fun. It was exciting.
How different is it this year from last year at this time? In general, how the NBA is looking at you and you guys being the hunt.
No, it is what it is. I think actually, we just playing ball. Really not. I think we just take one game at a time. We're a veteran savvy team and very smart and crafty. And we go out here and play the game the way it's supposed to be played, and we feed off each other.
Of course, the running Rebs are really killing it this year. So talk about how proud.
Yeah, Rebels are doing a good job. They lost last night, but I'm a diehard Rebel fan. I'm a firm supporter. That's my alma mater. So I wish them the best luck in the tournament coming up, and hopefully they'll make a nice little run.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I want to definitely let you go. I know you got to shoot around a little bit. So, Shawn, thank you for your time and have a great game.